Yes, good morning traders. I'm happy to talk you guys on what I have on watch this morning. Actually, if you can see, the market is shaping up nicely for the next run up, which you need to be aware and stay sharp. Even though you have not taken any trade this week, you just need to be sharp enough and wait. One thing I always understand that traders tend to have impatience when prices has come to this area. Maybe you see a trader, let me use this for example. You see a trader that was waiting for price to reach this area at the bottom here. Then what happened? You wait, they'll wait, and when it reaches here, what happened? They're impatient, but it's all over the place. They want to sell. And some scenarios, this will just tag them in and then come back to create on that double bottom, and maybe tag them out for a loss before to go into that direction. So you just have to be patient enough. In some scenarios, you might see the market consolidating, ranging for that particular moment. You just have to say, oh, what is the market trying to do? What is the market trying to look like? You just ask yourself that good quality question will be the one that might make you not to make that impulsive FOMO decision, the emotional decision you are making from your trading. That good quality question could make you not to be in a losing trade. Because when you ask, okay, maybe the phase of the market now is kind of the market is trying to breathe before giving out that next impulsive move. So what do? You breathe with the market. You also wait for the market to breathe. You also breathe with him and remain sharp, because an opportunity will be coming in. You don't want to be at the sideline. Oh, I didn't catch this trade because I thought that the market is on the is range bound or is consolidating. No, you don't want to be in that kind of situation. So you just remain sharp and also have that patience to wait for your setup to actualize, rather than taking a low quality trade and jumping the guns and looking for entries all over the places. So I want to talk to you guys on what I have on watch today. So if you can see, the DSY is still on that same place. And if you can see this very morning and yesterday, the way it closes, you can see that this is a clue that price is just exhaustion. There was price exhaustion. You can see the first candle is a bearish indecision candle. You can see exhaustion candle, indecision, doji. It's just creating a lot of doji. If you can see in that area towards this bullish candlestick on the left. If you can see, it created it and come close to where price opened. And what happened? If you can see today morning, you can see that price has gone up. So it just giving us a clue that price is just consolidating to create that volume for the next push. So that is it on the daily. It's very, very clear that if this buy will start coming in, you will see a break, and it will break this area, and then you will start seeing your lead to 4 hour, 1 hour consolidation for that next impulse to the upside, which is very, very good to capitalize on here. So let's go to the 4 hour to see how the market is behaving. If you can see, yesterday I was talking about this red line for price to hit here and go to the upside. But what happened? Price book this hook point impulsively. Correctively. Look at this hook point I was talking about. This hook point. What happened? Price was correctively coming. And how the price book it was even correctively or corrective, and it went and tapped these areas on the left, the lows here. And what happened next? It has broken back up. So let's go to the 1 hour to see the structure very clearly. If you can see, I was looking at this yesterday. I was looking, this has come to this area. Is this the sign that we are going to the upside? What happened? It goes back in again. I was looking, okay, let's wait, because one thing I understand with this is that this might just be correction. Then I just went to my daily time frame. I say, okay, all these candles are exhaustion. They are indecision candle on the daily time frame, which gives you notification that price is not reacting to the sell, but was trying to create that volume for the next push up to the upside. I say, okay, you just have to wait and see how price reacts. So I was checking for price to break and then give me consolidation here, even to lower, to give me that consolidation on the 1 hour to say okay, this sentiment has changed to and it's going down as a step. But what happened? Price reacted here, what happened? It pushed back up. After pushing back up, what happened? It comes back again. Reacted from this door, giving us a consolidation, a flag for the sell. What happened? It brings back up. Now this is giving us a clue that okay, we are still in this kind of messy price action. We are seeing this kind of messy price action, but what will give us the main clue and the idea that we are going to buy this market now is let's break above all here. When we see a break above all here, and you see price break here impulsively, and then you see a little flag on the 1 hour, you are good to go to what? To buy this trade. That is a very, very nice confirmation for me if I see this kind of price action. So now if this wants to sell off, you will see that price will start consolidating here, giving us consolidation even up to this place, and then it get back again, gives us something like this messy. Might give us something like this play, something that is messy this way, and when you see something messy here and taps back here, then you see an impulsive move, then a flag, then you know that this consolidation is just a large flag to break to the downside. So that is what I'll be looking at, but I'm favoring more of what I'm looking more for, more of the buy than the sell. So just want to see how price reacts to this area, and also how it breaks that area. If it breaks impulsively and then I saw a flag on the 15 minutes, a pattern on the 15 minutes, I could take as a risk entry and position myself to the buy, manage to these areas. Then this will give us a clue on the euro dollar, Aussie dollar, pounds dollar, New Zealand dollar for what? For the sell. It positions nicely for the sell. So the DSY actually affects what? Those dollar cost pairs. So that's what you'll be watching out for. So that is it on the DSY. So let me go to my pairs on watch today. I have two pairs on watch today. I have Germany 30, which is an index of the Euro currency, and also have New Zealand CAD. So on JAR 30, I'm just looking for the sell on JAR 30. If you can see on the daily, if you can see what price did, price came and created this high here, impulsively what went down. And what happened? It reacted back from this inflation area on the left. And what happened? It created another top, broke what this high on the left, started coming down, but what it never gave us a structure. What happened? It moves back, left the gap to this place. What happened? It came back up. What happened? It left the gap. It didn't break out this volume here. It left the gap and then set back to meet what this inflation area and left the gap to here. You can see psychology in the market. What happened next? It went back up to break what? To break this high. Broke this one. Then what reacted was for this one, and then what happened? That is the impossible move. Now we are in a state of consolidation, and this gives me clue that what price is doing next is what is looking for that structure to sell backward, even to this into this area. It might not be in that one or two candle, but definitely we are looking for price to sell back to here. If not, you will see that it becomes a messy type of consolidation, and then it started reacting backward to this very area. So on the 4 hour, if you can see, what do we have? We have our kind of messier type of flag here. It's not that kind of impulsive, but you can just see how it went. It went like a channel. What happened? It broke us from nowhere. You might say, okay, it goes from here. Here does not have much value to move price even to the upside, because if you can see, the dominant market direction is to the downside, because here is the major area downward than here. Here holds more weight than this place. So it reacted from this inflation area, and why I call it the inflation area is because market is a place where market can react, can pull back a bit and then continue. That is why we call it inflation area. They are not like a major area like this place on the left, which the bigger players will be likely to step in. Inflation area are just areas that price can react to for a pullback before continue to sell back. So that's the inflation areas. So now if you can see, we are at this top side. So what happened after it pulls back? It reacted from here, fit to continue, then it comes back correctively. So that is the clue I'm looking for. It came backwards correctively to tap here. After tapping here, it creates this bigger structure, which is not what we wanted, then push back. I'm just looking for a flag on the 15 minutes to show me a clue that okay, this impulse, this decoration, this was the next impulse to manage to this area, even down to this side. So on the 15 minutes, you can see that we are looking for that correction and it's forming. I just want price to give me a flag, which is the middle section. Then I see price pull backwards to this area again. Then I will take this as what, as a 15-minute entry, which I'll be looking for my high test or retrace of the previous candlestick. Then you'll see I'll take a set stop, position my stop loss, I think close to this hook on the left. I'll just be conservative, or as my stop loss to be here. It's okay, so we are not protecting anything above again. So I'll be looking for that play, manage to the low of the 15-minute flag for a 1.5, then to this low on my left to the 5.24. so then if it goes, then you'll now be having what, a 7 to 11, then you'll be in a very nice trade. So that is what I'm looking for on JAR30. So if we go to our New Zealand card, our New Zealand card is very simple. I'm just looking for that flat flag. Yeah, so let's go from the daily. You can see New Zealand card on the daily, we are just storing. You can see it's positioned nicely for the sell. You can see price came back up here after leaving the gap to this high on the left. He left the gap, he sold off, create volume, fit to sell back. What happened? It went back to tap what, that gap it left, and what is broke, and then this impulsive line. What happened again? It pulled back. We will take out what all these hook points on the left. Then look at the pullback. Now what are we doing? We are correcting for that next push up to the downside. So if you can see, it's very simple. You can see impulse, correction, continuation to sell back even to this low, or even what to the 90% of what this leg in. So it's very simple and very clear. So what are we looking at? Let's go to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, you can see that we have this our hook point on the left. This is the place that we have been anticipating for price to come in, either here or this side here. And what happened? Price came in to this side, reacted from it. So what feed coming to the market open on Sunday, you can see that gaps, it left that gaps and what possibly what went back to tap into this area. After tapping into this area, it came back and started going back then in form of what? In form of a leg. You can see all the candlestick we are 4 hour bullish engulfing patterns just move and climb upward to that hook point again. And what happened? Look at the impulsive leg. So what am I looking at now? I'm looking at, because this leg is not that kind of impulsive. Here is not kind of impulsive. So what I'm looking at is on the 1 hour, looking at this is kind of corrective. It's kind of corrective. So it might be kind of a running channel to move to the downside. So what am I looking at? I'm looking at a flag here, a flat flag to give me that clue for the sell. So it's very visible on the 15 minutes. If you go to the 15 minutes, you can see what price did. Price came backwards correctively, and what happened? It started pushing backwards correctively, which gives us a sign that this corrective move might be the one that will take price up even to this area again before committing. So it might either go to the upside to take price in and then commit to the sell, or it might just be a running channel to have that last leg to move to the downside. So anyway, I'm prepared, but what I'm looking for now is that running channel. So if we don't get that running channel here, so it will be that price will just go back up to take up this high for that next move to the downside. So that's what I'm looking at also. So is that I have my running channel here in form of this way, tap into this area for the sell, or if I just mitigate and start going up to tap even here and break this area before you start seeing the sell to the downside. So that's what I'm looking at this morning on New Zealand card, and you can see that the market is shaping up to give us that play. So stay sharp, stay on the ball, and if you have any comments whatsoever, just chat me up, and you can also DM me. I will be very happy to respond to your comments, and have a nice trading day. God bless.